dear sweet bumbling British butt flaps. If Goody Holmes starred in an Alfred Hitchcock film, this would be the result. You've heard of genre bending? Well, this is what we call era bending. The process of taking various bits of styles of filmmaking and character work from the 80s, the 60s. It feels strangely like almost nothing here is actually set in the Sherlock Holmes time period it's meant to be set. The Irregulars asks the question, what if Sherlock and Watson were rather dickish and we ignored their investigations to focus on the group of streetwise children they dealt with in order to uncover information instead? The answer is they would only be productive with a ton of help from highborn people. Ooh. What's the point this is trying to make? Seriously, our young princely boy gallivanting out of the palace with the greatest of ease to join up with this Scooby-Doo team feels like the weirdest episode of Undercover Boss ever. Basically ignore everything about deductive reasoning or the mysterious world of Sherlock Holmes. Instead, double down on the crack addict side of things, make Watson terrifyingly shady and seemingly smarter than Holmes, kill off Lestrade, make Mrs. Hudson horrible, make Mycroft a little bitch, and then add in a lot of supernatural mumbo-jumbo to explain why these people keep getting powers to allow for the villain of the week episodic format structure of Miraculous Tales of Kate, Ladybug and Cat Noir, and you've arrived at this show. Oh, I forgot there's a magic Louisiana man that helps our young heroine learn to control her powers and avoid nightmare monsters trying to claim her soul or something. Every time she interacts with him, I feel like I'm watching a Stephen King book. Her sister, though, is the real main character, so she's in a love triangle with two of the guys. The third one is usually irrelevant, and now you begin to understand why this show is at least mildly exhausting at times. Here is my woman review for the Irregulars. They did a DCEU. They moved too fast, wanting this season to have a huge emotional payoff ending. Several, actually. And they wanted to treat this group of 5 kids like they're super friends who can charge their magical friend's energy beam to bring her back to life by being super magic happy friend times. It's actually not just the story structure. There's a lot of bad shit here. But the fact that they tried to... There was one point, and it was in the 6th episode, where they had this big emotional argument with Watson where they go, I thought we could trust you. No, you didn't! In the 2nd episode of the show ever, you sent someone to go spy on his house in Baker Street. 8 episodes is not enough to build a story and say this is the usual way things are, and then immediately trash it. You needed to have 20 minimum, or multiple seasons. You probably needed multiple seasons to get to this point in the show, because it is insanely fast. Way too fast. It's a shambles. I'm giving Irregular story structure 45 out of 100. It's not that I hated the initial idea. No, actually, kids focusing on magical investigations instead of Sherlock and Watson, who were just kind of pushed to the side the entire time, made to look dumb. I do hate that idea, but the story structure thing is still my main complaint. And that is all for this one, folks. There's problems with that one. That was hard to get through. But let me know what other Netflix shows and shows from beyond you want to see 1 minute reviewed, and I will get to them eventually. It takes a little while sometimes to force myself through these. Also, I'm trying to watch like other longer stuff as well, so I can do rankings of seasons of stuff, and it's a whole shenanigan. Why don't you subscribe, though? Do it.